Welcome to Golden Bachelor. If you love celebrity news and real entertainment updates, you're in the right place. The world of tropical sunsets, dramatic toasts, and whirlwind romance just got shaken again, and fans are trying to figure out exactly what went down. The spotlight now falls on two people who once seemed picture-perfect together. Two hearts that crossed paths in paradise after each had already survived a breakup that left them wondering what love even meant anymore. They met in a setting filled with ocean breezes, date cards, and the kind of chemistry that makes viewers sit up a little straighter. Both had been engaged before, both had hoped for forever once before, and both were determined to believe that maybe, just maybe, they deserved another chance. And whether you loved them from the very start or weren't quite sure what to make of them, one thing was undeniable: sparks flew. Their story began with simple conversations, the kind you don't expect to change your life. A few stolen glances, a laugh that came too easily. That moment where you can tell two people suddenly realize they've stopped noticing everyone else around them. They connected over shared fears, shared history, and shared hope that the past didn't define their future. They left their previous heartbreaks behind, the kind that comes with engagements ending, plans dissolving, and needing to rebuild yourself brick by brick. Meeting each other felt like a reward for surviving all of that. Fans rooted for them because it felt like a second chance crafted by fate. After leaving the beach together, they gave the world a glimpse of their happiness through the screen. Cute pictures, affectionate captions, sweet inside jokes. Enough to make fans believe that this time they might actually make it. One post in particular felt like a promise of everything to come, a sweet reminder that love never stops surprising us. But recently, something changed. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic, and it wasn't accompanied by any formal announcement. It was subtle, just enough to make people who follow their story pause. A shift in social media activity. A quiet update that felt louder than any statement. And almost immediately, fans began sharing their reactions, trying to connect dots that no one has officially explained. Some people reacted with genuine surprise. Others joked that they weren't sure the couple would make it past the beach in the first place. A few viewers wondered if history had repeated itself yet again. And of course, there were those loyal fans who held on to the hope that silence doesn't always mean sadness, that maybe there's more going on behind the scenes than anyone knows. Because in reality, relationships are complicated, especially ones built under the pressure of cameras, commentary, and thousands of strangers analyzing every detail. The two shared beautiful moments, but they also carried old wounds and fears about things falling apart again. One person had spoken before about the emotional weight of past breakups and how the same time of year always brought up old feelings. And now, some fans can't help but wonder if heartbreak decided to repeat its schedule. But while the online world is buzzing with theories, the truth remains tucked quietly between the two people who actually lived the relationship. Maybe they're taking space. Maybe they're navigating something entirely private. Maybe they're stronger than the speculation suggests. Or maybe this chapter really did reach its final page. Relationships that begin in environments filled with pressure, cameras, and fantasy settings often look different once the real world enters the picture. Real-life schedules replace beachfront date cards. Real emotions replace tropical excitement. And suddenly you're faced with the question, is this romance built to last beyond paradise? Fans are waiting for clarity, but the couple hasn't shared any official update. And honestly, maybe they don't owe anyone a detailed explanation. Maybe the most respectful thing we can do is let them tell their story on their own timeline, whatever that story may be. Still, it's hard not to feel invested. They looked adorable together. They felt like two people who deserved a beautiful new beginning after detours that broke their hearts. People love a comeback romance, and they love rooting for someone who finally finds peace after chaos. So the possibility that things may have shifted is understandably disappointing for fans who believed in them. But whether this is truly the end or just a rough patch, their journey is a reminder that love is messy, unpredictable, and often far more fragile than it appears online. It's also a reminder that the most meaningful chapters in life aren't always the easiest ones. Some of the fan comments circulating online add humor to the situation. One person joked that they were shocked the couple lasted as long as they did. Another said they didn't think the relationship would survive the post-show grocery run. Someone even joked they wouldn't believe anything until one of the partners put out a formal announcement signed with their full name, date, and maybe even a wax seal for dramatic effect. And then there's the classic Bachelor Nation comment. If this doesn't work out, watch. She'll be back in paradise again, stirring things up. Fans can't help but poke fun, but the jokes come with a bit of affection too. Viewers have watched these people navigate love, heartbreak, and hopeful new beginnings for years. It's hard not to feel a little invested. But at the end of the day, relationships don't always end with roses, tropical sunsets, or picture-perfect Instagram grids. Sometimes they slip into silence. Sometimes they take a pause. And sometimes they transform into something entirely unexpected. No matter what happens, their time together brought joy to viewers who love watching two people take a risk on romance again. And even if this chapter ends differently than fans hoped, it doesn't erase the sweetness of how it began. For now, all anyone can really do is wait. Wait for an update. Wait for a conversation. Wait to see whether this was a fork in the road or the final turn. Only the two people involved know what's truly going on behind the screen. But one thing is certain. Paradise always has a way of giving us stories that keep us talking long after the waves have gone quiet. And this one, this blend of romance, heartbreak, resilience, and mystery is no exception. If you love following these journeys, stick around. There's always another twist waiting, another unexpected romance blooming, another adventure unfolding. And who knows, maybe this couple will surprise everyone. Or maybe Paradise is already preparing another love story waiting to be told. Whatever happens next, the story isn't over. Not really. Because every ending in this world seems to lead to a new beginning, and the next chapter is just around the corner. Thanks for watching Golden Bachelor. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next big story.